What's the matter? You don't like that kid? That one's not hers. This one is. And this one is. Oh, apparently it's lunchtime. Lunchtime for the twins. Poor Sock. Meanwhile, I have somebody climbing on my back. I'm surrounded. I am. I'm surrounded. Hello, loves. Oh, hi, bossy pants. Come on, mister. Come on in. Oh, it's such a gorgeous day. I thought I would come and sit at the top of the barn and just spend a few minutes, but it is stunning out here. I don't even need the baby goats to make it wonderful to just sit out here, although that does help. We've got the dogs out, and the kids are just absolutely focused. Look at him. He is focused. Isn't that right, mister? Oh, and I got off my stump, and now everybody has to be on it? Is that the way it works? I see. I see. Okay. You visiting with the pigs? Miss Olive saying hi? So the kids have become very aware of their world in the last week or so. They pretty much spend all their time outside now. They still, of course, go into the stall to eat and drink when they're not nursing. And we still close them up at night in the stall, which we don't close the stalls for any of the other animals. Just for the babies. And that's really just probably overkill protection. It's really not necessary at this point for them to have the stall door closed at night. They're pretty much too big for an owl or anything that would hunt at night from the air to take them. But I kind of go with the why tempt fate. They're perfectly fine overnight in the stall with their mamas and their food and their water. And while they don't need the protection from the weather, you know, we're in New Jersey. There are predators in the area. There are fox, there are bears. Thankfully, I haven't seen any coyote on our property, but they are certainly here and we hear them. So they are in the area, no doubt. And it doesn't make sense to tempt it, right? The kids are still little enough for a coyote or a bear to take. It may not be their first choice. They would have to go over several fences and go through several other animals. So again, the likelihood that a predator would somehow find the pasture, jump over a minimum of 2 fences. The first fence they could possibly jump over would be our adult doe pasture, and the adult does would be in there. So they wouldn't be much of a hindrance other than just maybe a size deterrent. But then they'd have to jump over yet another fence to get into this pasture. So, I mean, again, likelihood slim to nil, and knock wood, in all these years we've never seen them on our property, but it doesn't make sense to tempt. So we do lock them up at night, just overnight. So they essentially call it about 9 o'clock. We shut them down into the barn for the evening, 9 p.m. that is. That's about when it's, you know, full dark. And then they're up and out at 6:30, 6 o'clock, depending on the day. So they don't spend a whole lot of time in the barn anymore. And they're very aware now of things that are happening in the world. So they're very aware of Tonka running back and forth. Of course, as soon as I turn the camera, he's gone. He moves at the speed of light sometimes. What are you doing, buddy? They're very aware of Hugo. Hugo's a little easier for them to follow since he doesn't move as fast. They're very aware of the pigs. The pigs have been their neighbors since they were born, but of course the pigs haven't spent as much time outside because the weather was so miserable. Now they're outside almost all the time, so these guys are very aware there of the pigs. They know their doe neighbors. So they're starting to become aware of their environment. When planes go overhead, or when a loud truck drives by and they can hear the traffic noise. We don't get much traffic here, but every once in a while a farm truck goes by. You'll see them react now, whereas a week ago, or a week and a half ago, they weren't reacting. They were still pretty self-centered and focused on themselves and their moms, and that was about it. This is, and I've talked about this before, this is when we start to see them faint. We've already seen a couple of them faint, and I just barely caught one on camera. We'll catch more, don't worry. And then all of that starts to subside because the adventure is less new, right? They're certainly not even really reacting as much to overhead noise anymore because they're getting used to that. Wait till the first hot air balloon goes up in the morning. That sends them all in a tizzy. But yet they're very, very aware of what is happening outside of their pasture now. And you'll see them stop, look, stare, visit. This guy's visiting with Fanta. And they're interactive now. And I love this part. So she's hollering at the dogs. We got Sophie the Wonder Weenie and Hugo here. I have no idea where Bailey is. Bailey's our Shih Tzu. He's found something to go get into somewhere, I'm sure. But it's fun to watch these guys really open up their world. Now he was interested in Fanta, but now he's focused on the dogs. He suddenly realized the dogs are there. And he is very focused. But then Mama hollered and he turned his head. So there you go. Oh, Sissy. Are we headbutting? This guy. He's our oldest boy right now. Actually, technically, he's not. His brother is a minute or two older than him, but he's in the oldest set of twins, and he is really starting to put hair on his body. I am so happy with how he looks. He is going to be a wether. He's going to be a wonderful pet, and he's going to be fantastic potentially in the show ring for 4-H. He's not going to be a breeding animal, but when I look at him, he could be. And that is all I want, right? I don't need them to become breeding animals for me to be happy with my program. I just want them to have the ability to be a breeding animal. I want them to have all of the traits and characteristics that they're supposed to. And he is starting to show it in spades, and I just love it. Oh. And then his little bitty cousin there is going to harass him and act like a buck. They're so silly. All right. Well, I tried to stay a little quiet, but at the end of the day, it is a video. I am supposed to talk. So I hope you enjoyed it. I forgot to do my intro, so yeah. If you haven't hit the subscribe button by now, go ahead and hit it, since I'm clearly incapable of remembering to do my intro. And I'll leave you with my outro, which is until next time, I got work to do. Bye.